Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry, and today I am working a little bit on my MD 180, and this is the one I've been using for the last few years, and it has developed a little problem that will have to be addressed, and so I'm actually kind of switching over to using my first backup machine. This is a machine actually I used, I put a few hours on it. I can't remember exactly how long I used it for, but anyway, I put it aside when I did a complete rebuild on this machine here, and so this machine has been sitting in the corner, as it were, ready for times when I might want to have, pull this one aside, because I've got a minor problem. It's not a serious problem, but the pinch mechanism, which operates right here, and there's a shaft that goes down into here, and there's a device in here that the shaft will, when I pull it up, it releases the tension. There's a spring-loaded pinching mechanism in there. It actually works very well, very ingenious design, and but over time it does get worn, and there's a couple of parts in there that eventually need to be replaced. When I rebuilt the machine, I think I rebuilt it about 4 years ago or so. I think I actually replaced all the components in there. It was new, so it's just beginning to start to let go. A couple times I picked it up, and it slammed forward onto the top here, and happened to me twice. And when that starts to happen, then I know it's time to deal with that, because what you don't want to have happen is you know, if I'm going to move it across someone's floor and then the head suddenly slams down and, you know, well, onto somebody's wood floor or tile floor or something like that, it can be an absolute disaster. So I'm switching over to my backup machine here. I'm just getting it, tweaking it a little bit. This is an older, I had it set up a little bit differently a few years back, and you can see the difference. Some of the differences. The tank this is actually a U.S. products tank on here, and it doesn't hold quite as much as this. This is a 4-gallon. This is a 3-gallon, and I had made my, actually I had a plastic shop make this. It's a lid for the tank, and it actually locks in place. It actually works really well. And I had a couple of machines that had this design on here, so I can seal the tank so nothing will spill out. It has it has a light on it, but it's a flat panel light. There's actually 3 of them, one on the back here, and then 2 on the bottom, but it doesn't put it as much light as, I'll show you with this one. This is 5,000 lumens, which is puts out a lot of light. There we go. And this one, I don't even know what the lumens are, but this was a light that I bought many years back, probably almost 10 years ago. But that was older technology, and it puts out light, but it's not as good as that one. It does work. It's better than nothing. So I'll put up with it for now. One of the things I was realizing as I was putting this thing back together and making sure everything works was the tank sits a lot higher on here, you can see, than on here. The lower your tank, the lower your center of gravity. So, you know, if I put a lot of solution in there, then I would feel a difference on there. There'd be quite a bit more weight on the handle. But normally, in most cases, I only put a maximum of 2.5 gallons. And I've got it marked on the back, what amount I have in there, because you can see it. But even when I was using this tank, I don't think I ever put more than 3 gallons in there. So 3 gallons would take me right to the top here. But and that's not actually a good idea anyway, because it can easily slosh out. And that was one of the reasons why I had this lid that seals, and it won't slosh out when it's up, if I put the full amount in there. So anyway, that's how I did that one. And I guess, this thing has, I actually put a vent on here so that when I would release the handle, it would, what was already in the tube would immediately, would drain out without having an airlock. So that's what that tube is there for. And I have a little gauge there. It doesn't actually do anything, but it looks kind of cool. Looks sort of technical, but anyway. Basically that's it. It's it's the same machine. And it's funny because for some reason I've always had it stuck in my head that these machines pull not 10.5 amps, but I was looking at the back. Check this out. This is a 1.5 horsepower motor. And can you see that? That's 9 amps. For some reason I was thinking it was 10.5. 9 amps, that's not a lot. Most rotaries are usually at least 12, some up to 15 amps. But anyway, this is a European-made machine. It's actually made in Switzerland, and I guess the way the wiring is in these machines, whatever, they just are a much more efficient motor. It is a belt drive, and it has European spec wiring in there, which is actually a higher grade than what we have in North America. But anyway, there's my valve there. I think I replaced this valve at one point. But so we'll put this thing aside. I'll have to order parts for in here. Actually, I think I might be able to show you what that pinch mechanism looks like, come to think of it. Let's have a look. Here's my other machine. This one is brand new, never been used. And my parts are all up in here. Let's see, do I have it? Oh no, that's the hub. I've got another one in pieces sitting here. You can see there's another frame for MD180 right there. Brand new handle. Got a belt. Two other pieces. Oh, here we are. Here's the pinch mechanism right here. This is it right here. So I can show you how it works. So this is actually quite interesting. So inside the handle, let's go over here and take a look. For those of you who are mechanically inclined and this interests you, now what happens is that sits right in there. Hang on a minute, you're not seeing it. There we go. And there's a what am I going to say now? The handle right here. When you pull this, it releases a shaft that goes down inside of here, and so when it releases, it can slide up and down. Oops! Oh no! There we go. So when there's no tension on it, the spring keeps these two pieces angled apart. You can see that, and so when you release it, it locks in place, and when you pull it, I think, how does it work? Oh yeah, when I pull the handle up on top, it pushes the shaft, which then releases the tension, and so this whole mechanism will slide up and down this shaft. And so what eventually happens is you get wear inside of here, and then it can start to slip. So that's the parts that need to be eventually replaced. Not a big deal. So anyway, so that's how that one works, and so I'll be putting my backup machine on the road, and Here's my little doggies. That's Billy the kid, Jess, Calamity Jane, and Jesse James. So anyway, I'll let you go. So thank you very much for watching, and have a good day.